Hey guys, Neomas here. So for today's video, let me just change this angle. Manchester United versus Arsenal. Here are my thoughts. Literally, we got 30 seconds left, so let's go. So guys, that is it. Manchester United won, Arsenal won, and you know what? Overall, I would say that it's an okay result. Bit disappointing, especially when in the last video that I did talking about the preview for this game, I thought it was going to be a 2-1 victory for Arsenal. I mean, obviously, if you're neutral watching this, you're thinking, of course, you're going to say like Arsenal 2-1. But you know what, overall, I did think that Arsenal could get something out of this game. Now, I will say that the one thing that changed that was that I didn't think Rashford would play. I heard Pogba was going to be injured. I knew that Saka was also going to be out as well. So I thought they were going to be really bare thin in terms of what they could potentially do within the game. So that's why I thought Arsenal would get a comfortable victory, but they still had the likes of Rashford. Pogba was there. Overall, I thought he was okay. I don't think he was like really pulling the strings like how I thought that he really would have, and probably how a lot of Manchester United fans would have as well. But I think that overall, for what was there, we actually didn't do a bad job. Now, I know everybody's on Twitter blaming Granit Xhaka for that first goal, which I will not. I won't blame him for the first goal. I know, yes, you know, he was there trying to block the ball and, you know, he had his head down. But he did what everybody else would do who doesn't want to get a ball kicked in their face. So I won't blame him for that. However, I will blame him for this. Why, oh why, is your deep central midfield player, deep line central midfield player, not on the edge of the box to making sure that shots like the shot that McTominay made in order to score the first goal doesn't happen? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's not Granit's fault, but he should have been around there to be able to kind of get something going. And this is why I feel why the balance in our midfield is so wrong. The balance between the midfield and the defense, and the balance between the midfield and attack. And then there's the Nicolas Pepe conundrum, which I will get to as well, because we need to talk. We need to talk about Pepe later on. But let's talk more about the Arsenal. Now, normally in these videos, especially this season, I like to talk about players who've done incredibly well. Like, really, really impressed me within the game. And I got to give out big shouts out for these players. So for me in this game, I mean, really and truly, there was really only 3 players that really impressed me. First has to be Bernd Leno. Thought made some excellent saves throughout this game. This was a game where we all know, big game, Manchester United, the history that's behind it. I think he stood up tall, did what he needed to do, made some brilliant saves throughout the game as well. I think as the game went on, Manchester United grew confident, started taking more shots. I think Harry Maguire had a couple of shots as well. There was some potential shots from McTominay again. You know, Manchester United had opportunities to be able to trouble Leno, but I think Leno got us out of a lot of situations in this game. You know, so for me, again, I would have to put him as being probably the 3rd best player for the Arsenal today. So good job by Bernd Leno in this game. Second for me has to be Matteo Guendouzi. Again, it's another game where Matteo Guendouzi has impressed, and I thought, again, even though he didn't score a goal or get an assist, I thought he was really, really good in this game. His work rate within midfield, you know, I said at the beginning of this video that the midfield balance between our midfield and defense and midfield and attack needs work, needs help, and Matteo assisted a lot of that and helped give us some oomph, you know, some stability, something going forward. And I was really impressed by him and what he was able to do, both in the first and the second halves within the game. You could just see the confidence just brimming and just dripping off of his wet, curly hair. I mean, there's so many times in the game, you know, as the rain must be pouring down in Manchester, because him and David Luiz, I mean, hair is like in the middle of their back, and when they're running, it's just flowing all over the place. And I mean, of course, people like me don't have to worry about all of that hair, but it was just like, wow. Not only is he a great player, but he's got great hair as well. So well done, Matteo, in this game. And then number one has to go to the goal scorer. Again, Mr. Consistency, Mr. Arsenal, the whole damn show, Pierre Emerick Aubameyang. You know, he was an absolute boss today. Scored us the goal, got us the point. And I mean, yeah, he could have scored more, or when you look back on the game, he didn't really have a lot of opportunities to score, to do much else. He tracked back, he worked hard, you know, he fought for the team, got us the goal. I mean, what more can you want from a player? Yes, you can say we're second goal, but for what Arsenal were able to create, for what we were able to provide, I thought Aubameyang was the star player out of the bunch within this game. I do want to give some honourable mentions to the likes of Callum Chambers. I thought overall today, going up against the likes of Dan James, who was insanely quick, I thought for the most part, I would give him like a 7-8 out of 10 in terms of dealing with Dan James. I thought he did relatively well, to be honest. When you remember the days of Jefferson Montero from Swansea, absolutely just ripping him apart, to where everybody was like, nah, he's never going to be a right back, to where now he's playing for us at right back. And you know, it just shows that experience and learning the role and mastering a football position really does help with giving you the ability to be able to deal with these situations when they come. And I thought Callum Chambers was absolutely fantastic in this game. So good honourable mention to him. Now, normally I don't like to talk negative about how players play, but I do have to for this one. Nicolas Pepe. Now, I won't go too harsh on Nicolas Pepe. He's still new in the Premier League. He is our big star signing, and he does need time. All the pundits have said it. Jose Mourinho has said it, that he needs time to bed in, and you could tell he needs time. But wow, he was shockingly bad in this game. I mean, awful. Everything that he tried to do either went sky high or just completely off target. His passing was all over the place. He wasn't providing anything in attack, nothing in defense. I mean, for me, Nicolas Pepe needs to be dropped. Like, he's got to be dropped. I'm sorry. Like, if we're talking about doing what's best for the team right now is for him to be dropped in the Premier League. He needs to go get some goals in the Europa League, start scoring them up, get those goals in the Europa League. We're facing Standard Liège on Thursday. I expect him to be playing in that game, starting that game against Standard Liège. He needs a confidence boost. He needs goals. He needs to get whatever form that he had at Lille. He needs to get that back, because right now at Arsenal Football Club, he is absolutely shit. And I know that's harsh, and I know it is. I know all of you are right there saying, "Oh, Neomis, why are you talking bad about Pepe for, man? You know the situation with him." I know, but he's shit. Like, he's bad right now. It's not permanent. You know, he's not permanently shit. You know, there are players that are permanently shit who could never change. They're just always bad, and that's it. Squillaci, like, I don't know how long you guys have been Arsenal fans. Squillaci was forever shit. Was always going to be shit, and there's nothing that he can do about that. Pepe is not that. Pepe is in a really, really, really bad vein of form right now. I don't quite get it. Emery, play him against Standard Liège. Let this guy get some confidence under his belt. Let's see what he can do then in that game. Still give Reece chances. I mean, this is Reece was out for what, 3-4 games. Didn't really get much of an opportunity. When he comes on the pitch today, he looked reasonably good. Let's see more what Reece could do within the game. Oh my God. How could I forget about this one player who also played really well in this game? Saka. Saka in his first proper big game, and I mean big Premier League game. Again, I thought he played incredibly well, but you can tell that he struggled a little bit within the game, and not struggled in that he wasn't able to deal with it, struggled in that little things that experienced players do, like tugging your shirt, you know, when he's trying to run past. He was expecting to get a lot of fouls. He wasn't getting them, and you could tell he was getting a bit frustrated. But I will say that he did very well to get in those positions, had some opportunities on goal, was one of the best players within the first half of the game. And I thought for an 18-year-old, he was absolutely fantastic. And you know what? He's not even one of my honourable mentions. I would have to put him, for me, if Aubameyang first, then I would have to give Guendouzi second, Saka gets third, and Leno gets fourth for me, with the honourable mention of Callum Chambers at fifth, and then Nicolas Pepe just being the awful one today, just dreadful today. I gotta give it to Nicolas Pepe because he was terrible, absolutely terrible. What else have I got on my notes? More little complaints. Granit Xhaka stays on the pitch. Why take off Torreira? I mean, I've got it right here in my notes. Don't get it. Yeah. Again, you know, we take off Saka, who's a winger, and Emery brings on Willock. Again, don't quite get that. I know Emery's done it before, and I know Willock is very versatile in his game, but I don't get it. But you know what? It's late. I'm actually really frustrated in this game. I really wish we got in the win, because if we got in the win, we would have been in the top 4. Now, you know, we're dilly-dallying around West Ham and Tottenham and the rest of the teams that, you know, that we're better at. But then the fact of the matter is that we didn't lose the game. We do need to fix these problems, start to get some wins under our belt, start to get this goal difference up, and yeah, push on for the next game. But guys, thank you once again for watching this game, for watching my review of the Manchester United versus Arsenal game. Leave your comments below. Let's get a discussion going. Really looking to see what you guys have to say. And yeah, I will see you again next time, which will probably be Thursday evening for the game against Standard Liège, and then again on Sunday against Bournemouth. See you later, guys. Peace.